So, you've got a dog here in New City, and you already know what a fantastic place this is for our four-legged friends. But, making sure they're actually prepared for everything our town has to offer, that's the key. Today, we're going to break down how you can find that perfect dog trainer to help you and your pup thrive.
Life with a dog around here is really a mix, isn't it? One minute you're on a quiet neighborhood walk, and the next you might be near a busy shopping center. Good training is what helps you navigate all of that and turn it into a great experience for everyone. It's really all about building an amazing life together, right here where we live.
And that leads to the big question, right? How do we actually prepare our dogs to be happy, confident members of the family who can handle a quiet street just as well as a bustling park? Well, that's where finding the right person to guide you, the right trainer, really comes into play.
Okay, first things first, let's get into the why. Because good training is so much more than just teaching sit and stay. It's about getting your dog ready for the specific world they're living in every single day.
A good local trainer really understands this. They know the difference between a calm walk down your street and, say, navigating the area near Route 45 or the Palisades Center. They give your dog the skills to handle all of it, so they feel secure no matter where you go.
All right, so before you even start searching for a trainer, it's helpful to have a few key ideas in your back pocket. Let's walk through some of the basics of modern dog training.
And the most important piece of that toolkit is positive reinforcement. Honestly, this is the standard you should be looking for. It's effective, it's humane, and it works. The whole idea is to reward the behaviors you want to see, not punish the ones you don't. It just makes learning fun and builds an incredible bond.
Now, what kind of help do you actually need? Well, there's puppy training, which is for all that early socialization and house training. Basic obedience builds those fundamental life skills. Then you have behavior modification, which gets into more specific challenges like anxiety. And of course, there's highly specialized training for service or therapy dogs. Figuring out what you need is a great first step.
With so many trainers out there, how do you even begin to sort through them? Well, looking at credentials is a really good place to start. They don't tell the whole story, of course, but they do show that a person is committed to their education and meets a certain standard of knowledge.
You're going to see a bunch of acronyms, so let's just quickly translate. These letters mean something. For general skills and obedience, seeing something like CPD-TKA or KPA-CTP is a great sign. If you're working through trickier things like fear or reactivity, you'll want to look for an IABC certification. And for more serious behavior cases, credentials like CCCCKA or CTC show a really high level of expertise.
Okay, so we've talked about the why and the what. Now for the how. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of actually picking the right trainer for you and your dog.
One of your first choices will probably be between in-home training and group classes. In-home is perfect for things that happen, well, at home, like barking at the doorbell or learning to walk nicely on your own street. Group classes, on the other hand, are fantastic for teaching your dog to focus on you when there are other dogs and people around.
And of course, we've got to talk about budget. Here's a general idea of what training costs look like in Rockland County for 2025. Group classes are usually a few $100s for a multi-week course. Private lessons and in-home packages are more of a direct, focused investment, and the price reflects that.
Once you've got a trainer you're interested in, it's time for a little interview. You'll definitely want to ask about their methods. You're listening for positive reinforcement. Double-check their credentials, and ask them how they'll tailor their plan specifically for your dog and your life here. Also, make sure you're clear on how progress is measured and what the total cost will be.
So you found your trainer, you're doing the work, but where can you actually go to practice all these new skills? Let's talk about some of the local rules and great spots around town. This is the number to remember. The public leash law for all of Rockland County says leashes need to be 6 feet long. It's good to know that retractable leashes don't actually count, so you'll want a standard 6-foot leash for all your public outings. And beyond the leash, there are a couple other things to keep in mind. All dogs over 4 months old need to be licensed with the county. And to get that license, you need a current rabies vaccination, which is a state requirement. It's also just about being a good neighbor. Things like excessive barking can be considered a nuisance, and that's something a trainer can definitely help with.
Okay, now for the fun stuff. Where to go practice. If you want to work on polite leash walking around joggers and other dogs, the trails at Rockland Lake and Bear Mountain are perfect. And for practicing things like recall in a safe off-leash environment, the fenced-in dog parks at Congers Lake and Veterans Memorial Park are fantastic local resources.
All right, so after all the research and the practice sessions, you get to the absolute best part, the payoff. This is what all that effort is for.
And that's really the heart of it. This isn't just about stopping bad behaviors. It's about helping your dog become a confident, happy companion that you can truly share your life with, whether you're just relaxing at home or exploring one of our beautiful parks.
You know, training really is a gift we give our dogs. It gives them the tools and the confidence they need to understand and enjoy our world. Hopefully, this gives you a clearer path to finding the right person to help you on that journey. We wish you and your dog all the best as you build a wonderful life together right here in New City.